Hello, this is Steve Rowe. You see me here dismantling a large mill engine. I don't know what this engine is. It's one I acquired from eBay. If anybody recognises this engine or knows anything what it is, please let me know. I'm just removing the pin from the valve rod from the valve chest. As you can see, it's in a very rusty state, especially if you look at the base of the pitting there by the cylinder. Just removing the pin from the crankshaft, from the main crank and the connecting rod. This isn't as brutal as it looks. I'm just being very gentle here. Giving support with the lump hammer and gently tapping with the rubber hammer. That's a gudgeon pin removed from the big end. And now removing the caps on the main bearing. That's the top of the main bearing removed from the crank pedestal, and the flywheel is now free. Just removing the eccentric strap off the flywheel. It's a very interesting eccentric this is, as you see in a moment. It's a V configuration. I've never seen one of these before. Whoever made this engine did a really good job. I suspect it's quite old. I've done a tour on you can see the V section there on the cam. And the oil groove. It's a really free running engine. Here you can see the flywheel. I've used insulation tape on the bearing surfaces to protect them. And now replace the bearings so they match with the pedestals. And now you see me removing the pedestals from the main base. Yet again, it's not as brutal as it looks. Just using the soft armour to loosen the pedestal and then prise them clear of the studs. I'm very impressed to see these studs in place, which means the pedestals will go back exactly as they were removed. You can see here the crosshead, and when I turn it, you can see the oil ways, which are very impressive, and it's very smooth. Really smooth action. And now to remove the pins from the cylinder cover. The only criticism I've got of this engine is cheese-headed screw bolts, and that's a pin dropped in after it's been unscrewed, and if you look, it's only got about 2 threads holding the cylinder cover on. My intention is to replace these cheese-head screws, which are very short, with threaded rod and nuts. I found that all the threads on this engine are British Standard width, which points to the age of the engine. Modern steam engines now use either ME or BA or metric threads. I'm also very pleased with the piston and the piston rings. As you can see, it's got cast iron rings and the bore is very smooth. So up to now, still very pleased with this engine. I'm now removing the cylinder from the base. Yet more gentle persuasion required. And you can see here inside the cylinder, wait for it, there you go. That's it for now. Thanks for watching, and come back for part 3.